Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Good evening. Welcome to the special called meeting of the Kuttawa City Council on Monday, April the 12th, 2021 at 6 p.m. Notice of this meeting has been sent out pursuant to the Open Meetings Act and is being conducted by Zoom video teleconference and is being live streamed to YouTube for the general public. For members to participate in the meeting, your video must be turned on. Members must be seen and heard. So we'll get started with the roll call vote to record attendees. Savannah, would you call the roll, please?
Yes, ma'am. I've got Kim.
Here.
Michael.
Here.
Paige.
Here.
Tom.
Here.
Sandy.
Here.
And Skyla is not present.
Okay, so we have 5 of the 6. We do have a quorum established, and I will call the meeting to order. Would you join me in prayer? Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your blessings. We ask for your guidance and wisdom to lead our city and community. May all things we do and all decisions we make glorify you. We ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen. The first item of business on the agenda is the review of the minutes from March 2021 Kuttawa City Council meeting. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I make a motion to approve March minutes.
Okay, there's been a motion made. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, motion made and seconded, and we need a roll call vote. Savannah, could you call the roll, please?
Kim.
Aye.
Michael.
Aye.
Paige.
Aye.
Tom.
Aye.
Sandy.
Aye.
Okay, get them all? Okay. The ayes have it, none opposed. The March 2021 minutes are approved. Next item is the review of the financial reports of March 2021. Is there a motion to approve the financial reports?
Make a motion to approve the March 2021 financial reports.
Okay, motion's been made. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, motion made and seconded. We need a roll call vote. Savannah?
Kim.
Aye.
Michael.
Aye.
Paige.
Aye.
Tom.
Aye.
Sandy.
Aye.
The ayes have it, none opposed. The financial reports from March 2021 are approved. Okay, the next item is old business, and we have none. The next thing up is new business, which is the municipal order mayor pro tem selection. Okay, and this is just a municipal order ratifying the vote which was taken last month council meeting. If there's no further discussion, I'll ask for a motion to approve the order.
I make a motion to approve the order.
Okay. Motion made and seconded motion been made. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Okay, so we need a roll call vote. Savannah?
Kim.
Aye.
Michael.
Aye.
Paige.
Aye.
Tom.
Aye.
Sandy.
Aye.
Okay, the ayes have it. So the municipal order for mayor pro tem selection has been adopted. Next item of business is the recommendation to the council for the fire department engineering firm. Okay, I'll just discuss this a little bit before we go further. We were assisted by PAD, which is the Penmerle Allied Development District, in advertising for proposals to set up a RFQ evaluation committee. We received 7 proposals to select from. Committee met and we scored each proposal. We then selected 3 with the highest scores and interviewed them. We then selected the best choice everyone agreed on. We took into consideration what they offered with designs, layouts, options for future expansion, help with the bidding process, step-by-step process, even applying for loans and grants, etc. And our selection for our choice that we had was the RBS Design Group engineering firm. Also, sitting on that committee was council members Tom Simpson and Sandy Stark. Would either one of you like to care to report on the selection process too?
Yeah, I
Well,
would, sorry.
go ahead.
Are you sure? The reason why I picked RBS was they were the only one across the board who actually gave us a true mock-up of what they thought our firehouse should look like. To have something that would actually fit Kuttawa's needs. And they took that information that they got from the mayor and from Savannah and from Bill Compton, the chief, and they actually drew up plans. They were the only one that did that. Also, they have designed and completed multiple firehouses as well as municipal buildings. They were able to give us point by point reasons for things that could possibly be pitfalls or problems, such as like addressing an issue about how doors were placed to create barriers so that the noise would not travel into if we actually have members who are going to be sleeping there. They also showed us things like you don't put storage necessarily, especially like equipment, in sleeping chambers, because if somebody's pulling their stuff out, you're going to disrupt other members. They have a member on staff who lives locally, so they are very familiar with the uniqueness of our community, as well as being close for handling anything that would possibly come up as a problem as they're actually building the building. We won't have to wait for an hour and a half or 2 hours for somebody to drive from, let's say, Nashville or someplace like that. They truly understood how important it is for us to get the most bang for our buck, showing alternatives to maximizing our spending potential. And they also gave us 3 levels of spending. They seemed very flexible. Even though they had already drawn this proposal up, nothing is off the table for change. So nothing's etched in stone. So if we have something that we want to change in the plan, it's not a problem. It doesn't affect the cost per se. The project could be done in phases, and the fees would also be charged that way. So that was the reasons why I picked them.
I guess I could say ditto. I mean, Sandy pretty much covered everything there. I think they understood the funding, what our funding situation was, I guess, realizing that we're not a large city, that we can't just pay for all of this at one time. And as Sandy indicated about the different phases and the fee process on that, they also, I think, were the only one really that said that they would put us into contact with grant writers and assist us with that process. And I think obviously that's where our funding is going to have to come from, or the majority of. And so I think that was a critical step or reason for me in recommending this group as well too. But all the other areas, I mean, Sandy's addressed those, so there's no need to rehash those.
Okay, thank you, Tom. Is there any further discussion? If not, is there a motion to accept the recommendation for the fire department engineering firm?
I would make a motion that we accept RBS Design Group as the architectural firm in designing and potentially constructing a new fire station for Kuttawa.
Okay, motion's been made. Is there a second?
I second it.
Okay, motion has been made and seconded, and we need a roll call vote. Savannah?
Kim,
Aye.
Michael,
Aye.
Paige,
Aye.
Tom,
Aye.
Sandy.
Hey,
Okay, all ayes and the motion carries. Okay, so next up is the first reading of ordinance number 04-12-21-12, Kuttawa budget fiscal year 2021-2022. All right, and you all have gotten in your packet the budget analysis that Savannah has been working on. She's been working very hard trying to get this prepared, so it's quite lengthy. We appreciate that. Is there a motion to hear the first reading, or do you all have discussion?
I have a question. On your budget message, it says protection for lines in Old Eddyville. And I was wondering, is that, are we connected to Old Eddyville?
There is one section there. Is that right, Savannah, that we do?
We go all the way out to the pin. So we provide gas services for them all the way out there to the pin. So we do have a couple of houses out there as well that's on our line. And so for this cathartic protection, it's like corrosion control, just to kind of help with our lines out there. So we do stretch out to Eddyville. Through the lake, actually.
Okay. Is there a motion to hear the reading of the budget?
I make a motion that we hear the reading of municipal order number 21-01.
Motion has been made. Is there a second?
As a point of clarification, just for the
Oh.
record, the ordinance, so the budget ordinance is ordinance 04-12-21-12. So if you could amend or rephrase your motion, just so we have that clear for the record. No problem though.
I do. I will. I realized that as soon as I said that we've already done that, but if someone else wants to make that motion, since I don't have that ordinance number right in front of me.
And just so according to the agenda, the budget ordinance is ordinance number 04-12-21-12.
All right, I would like to amend the motion to have first reading of ordinance number 04-12-21-12, adopting an annual budget for fiscal year July 21 through June 30, 2022.
Okay, and a motion made. Is there a second?
Second it.
Okay. Motion made and seconded. We need a roll call vote. Savannah, please.
Kim,
Aye.
Michael,
Aye.
Paige,
Aye.
Tom,
Aye.
Sandy.
Aye.
The ayes have it. So Jay, could you read the first reading of the budget?
Yes, ma'am. City of Kuttawa, Kentucky, ordinance number 04-12-21-12, an ordinance adopting an annual budget for fiscal year July 1, 2021 through June 30th, 2022. Whereas an annual budget proposal and message have been prepared and delivered to the legislative body, and whereas the legislative body has reviewed such budget proposal and modifications have been made accordingly. Now therefore be it ordained by the City of Kuttawa, Kentucky as follows. Section 1, that the annual budget for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2021 and ending on June 30th, 2022, is adopted and set forth herein. Resources available: General Fund, $494,950. Fire Department Fund, $125,400. Street Fund, $13,297. Park Fund, $270,250. Gas Fund, $1,006,350. Water/Sewer Fund, $2,325,400. Appropriations: General Fund, $494,950. Fire Department Fund, $125,400. Street Fund, $13,297. Park Fund, $270,250. Gas Fund, $1,006,350. Water/Sewer Fund, $2,325,400. This ordinance shall become effective upon passage and publication. First reading, 4/12/2021. Second reading, consideration, passage, publication. Attest: Savannah McLeod, City Clerk, City of Kuttawa, Kentucky. Barbara Campbell, Mayor, City of Kuttawa, Kentucky.
Okay, so is there any more discussion?
I would like to just point out one thing. Sandy came in the office and we were kind of talking over everything. And I just want to touch base on the gas sale of everything. I have that we would make $1 million in there. Where with how everything is played out thus far with COVID and people not paying and losing the big business, that is why I have $1 million in there, but we will be just barely making it with that. And I don't mean barely making it as we're broke, but typically gas will kind of carry all of the other groups. And so we cannot rely on gas to be there to pull us out of a sticky situation. And I think that we need to look at other avenues to help provide services for our people. That's it.
With that said, though, Savannah, when you do the line item budget for the wastewater and what's the other one? Water. Those are coming out to net zero, correct?
Yeah, everything's coming out as zero. I'm just saying, with the budget this year that we're working on, I said that I projected that we would get like 1.2 and we're not near it. And I doubt that we get to 1.2. So everything's working okay, but we're so used to gas being our fall guy that we cannot rely on him to be our fall guy. With the rate increases that we've kind of been strong-armed to do with KIA and going on with these loans, that has helped the wastewater and water be able to take care of themselves, which is a good thing.
Okay, do we need a separate motion to accept the reading? Or is that just till next month?
You can, if someone would like to make a motion to accept the first reading, that would be appropriate. The first reading has happened. It would only be after the second reading that you'd be required to formally adopt the ordinance. But if somebody wished to make a motion to approve the first reading, that would be okay too.
Okay. Is there a motion to accept the first reading?
I make a motion to accept the first reading of the ordinance number 04-12-21-12 for the fiscal year budget of July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2022.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Savannah, could you call roll, please?
Kim,
Aye.
Michael,
Aye.
Paige,
Aye.
Tom,
Aye.
Sandy.
Aye.
Okay, the ayes have it, none opposed. So the first reading of ordinance number 04-12-21-12, total budget fiscal year 2021-2022, motion has been accepted for the first reading. Next on the agenda is that we will go into executive session to discuss proposed and pending litigation. And I need a motion and a second for us to go into executive session.
Madam Mayor, I would move that the council go into executive or closed session in order to discuss proposed or pending litigation.
Okay, motion's been made. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
One. Okay, we did have a second. You get it, Savannah? Okay. All right, motion's been made and seconded, and we need a roll call, please.
Kim,
Aye.
Michael,
Aye.
Paige,
Aye.
Tom,
Aye.
Sandy.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. So we will go into executive session for just a little bit.
I think that we are going to be taken to a breakout room. So I think bear with us just a second. Let me see if we've got that lined up here.
Hey, Skyla.
Each should get an invitation to join.
Okay.
Everybody's in but the sheriff. All right, are you all in? Okay, Sheriff, I guess you can sit there and have a snack. did you drop out of the room? Kim?
Yes, I thought we were all were. Apparently I did early. I don't know where everybody went.
Do you
There
need
they
to go
come.
back in? Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm good.
You're done?
Yes.
Okay.
Is everybody back where they can see and hear?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Are we all back?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to reconvene in open session and note that no final action was taken during the closed session.
Okay,
I second that.
all right. Motion's been made and seconded, and a roll call vote. Savannah?
Kim,
Aye.
Michael,
Aye.
Paige,
Aye.
Tom,
Aye.
Sandy.
Aye.
Okay, so I will call the meeting back to order.
This is the longest meeting we've had thus far.
And we're not through yet.
I blame Alex Blackwell. He's always bragging to me about when he covers these meetings for me, how short they are. I'm blaming Alex this time.
Okay, before I go to the mayor's report, we do have Sheriff Brent White on with us. I was going to bring up from the meeting last month, the discussion we had with the cleanup that we needed to do with some property. Do you want to discuss that, Sheriff, or?
Sure, just briefly, I won't keep you. We went out today to the site with Judge Executive White because, as Jay had previously explained, the county is the ones, the counties in Kentucky are the ones that get that or facilitates the solid waste grant if you all decide to go that route through the state program. And so we had to get permission to get on the properties first, and we did that. And then I took him out today, and we were able to show him exactly what we're looking at there. And when he saw the size of it there and how it was going to have to be extracted, so to speak, and cleaned up, he believes it might be advantageous to work this out between the two governmental entities, Kuttawa and Lyon County, rather than going through the formal bid process of trying to get a third-party vendor to clean it up, because he believes that actually would not be cost effective because of the size of that area. And so he was going to get the county road foreman down there to look at that, and then come back to the city of Kuttawa, I believe Mayor Campbell, yourself, and kind of update you on what they think there, and kind of go from, see if y'all can get a game plan from that point on. Is that the way you understood it?
It was. That's what he referred to me about, that we would do it that way. So will you work with him on that, or?
I can. I told him that I could help facilitate anything on my end, but when we got done today, I suggested he reach out to you, and I think that's probably where that discussion went. As soon as I hear something back from them, they may call you direct, but if not, I'll probably let you know as soon as I know something. And I think they've got a plan on how they would access that particular site to minimal intrusion to the landscape, but at the same time, it's going to take some heavy equipment to get all that out of there.
Okay, we'll have our guys work with them on that then. Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I have a question. When you say due to the size of that, Brent, do you mean that it is too small or that it's too large?
Well, that's a great question. And I've certainly seen larger dump sites. But just to explain where this is at, this is actually in basically a creek bed.
Mhm.
type area. And it is an older site, which means it's been dumped there for years. And then there's some newer discarded material that's on top of it. And so it's going to actually take it's in about 3 spots right there in close proximity to one another. So it's going to take a backhoe is what we think is I don't think it's going to take a track hoe or anything like that, but it'll probably take a backhoe. And I think what the judge was theorizing today when he saw it is maybe working out a deal to where the city of Kuttawa provides the backhoe and some personnel. The county provides some dump trucks, and then the county ends up dumping it at the county dump that way. And so just kind of working a partnership out there to where both entities contribute, certain percentages. It's going to it'll take a few dump truck loads probably to get it all out of there. But it's nothing that they can't handle, I don't think, between the two street departments. County road.
Thank you.
Is this, Brent, refresh my memory, is this, I guess it's on an individual's land, but was it accessed by, is it near a highway or near a road that people dumped this, or who was, do we know who's responsible?
Well, I don't want to put her on the spot, but it's right behind Kim Clapp's former property.
Oh, okay.
Looking up for that.
Hey, I got rid of my junk.
Yeah, it's not yours. It's not yours. This is it. The easiest way to describe it, it's a little bit confusing, Tom. It's at the end of Mallard Drive, which is in the Hickory Hill subdivision, and it's between Mallard Drive and Driscoll. And if you all will recall, the county, I believe, owns most of Driscoll there. And then the city limits, this is just inside the city limits from the county. Congratulations. But it is where people have dumped at the end of that lane for a while, just unsuspecting. It was in a depression area on the backside of that pond. And so you really had to just walk up on it to find it. And that's just what happened with me when I was looking for some stolen property. And it's just kind of hidden down in that depression, and people have dumped there for a considerable amount of time. I don't think anything is really, really recent. We did have some bags of trash we already removed from there. But most of it is older stuff, but quite a bit of it.
Any way to prohibit that from occurring again once it is cleaned up?
Absolutely. We have some techniques I'd rather not publicize, but we do have some techniques that we can utilize on this particular site to make sure that doesn't happen again. Absolutely.
Okay, thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Okay, moving along to the mayor's report. Just trying to keep you too long, I've got a few things I wanted to let you be aware of. On March the 29th, 2021, Governor Beshear announced that we, Kuttawa, would be receiving a Land and Water Conservation Fund grant for upgrading our parks and recreation space. Quote, Kuttawa will use $125,100 for the first phase to expand and upgrade Glen Park. During this phase, the city will expand the lower playground and make repairs to the adjoining basketball court by adding new playground equipment, mulch, 6 benches, 3 trash receptacles, and new signage. We received help from PAD, Pennyroyal Allied Development District in Hopkinsville, on the application. We presented it to the board last year. And we didn't think that we got it. We just got notified that we did receive the grant. It's a matching grant, so we will be trying to get donations from tourism, businesses, monetary, and in-kind donations as well before we can complete the project. This is preliminary approval. We still have to get final authorization through the National Park Service and follow their guidelines. So will probably not happen real soon. So maybe a few months or so. Also, an update on the Bell Park in Kuttawa. Last month, we discussed about the removal of the monkey bars there, and we were going to buy a piece of playground equipment to put there. So since we have this taking place, we will be looking to move the playground equipment there at Glen Park over to the Bell Park and for the replacing of that piece of equipment. Also at Bell Park, we've had donations for basketball goals from Molly and Chad Conger, Kim and David Clapp from Mr. Sandless. And we had concrete donated from Newark Concrete. And also Lisa and Wayne Breedlove of WayneCon, who donated their time, materials, and construction to help complete this project. And we really appreciate everyone's help, your kind generosity to complete this project. And you ought to go by and look at it. I don't know if the goals are up yet, but the concrete work is done. It looks.
Now, I have one more donation for that as well, from Mark and Amy Hatcher and Hatcher Farms for that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. We appreciate it all. We also added more lighting along 62 frontage by the some of the businesses along the roadway to make it safer driving in those areas. It has really lit it up a lot more at night to make it safer. We're planning movies in the park. Again, going to try this again. We tried it 3 or 4 times last year. It didn't work out with COVID. So on April the 24th, we'll be showing the Lorax in celebration of Earth Day. Also, we're looking into opening the office at City Hall and also possibly at the next council meeting, having that in person at City Hall. And I'd like the input from the city, from the council members, please, if you would just comment what your thoughts are on that before we make a decision. Okay, and that's all I've got. If you'd like to make comments and anybody have any council members' reports?
I don't have any reports, but I think Kim was maybe behind some of those donations for the park. So kudos to her for that. And I'm sure the city will be sending letters of appreciation to all those that did donate for that. If you haven't, but I'm sure you will be doing that. And that was very good, I think, for them to do that. And especially Kim for kind of pushing that.
And Hydro Gear is supposed to also get a donation. I have not been able to catch Drake just yet to get their money, but they have agreed to donate. I don't know how much at this point, but Hydro Gear is going to donate as well.
And it looks very well too, what they've done thus far. It's top notch, so that's good.
Yes, I drive by it every day and it looks nice.
It really is gonna make a difference when you first pull in. So kudos to you, Kim, and to all the people who donated. It was definitely needed, and I think kiddos are really gonna love it. And I think the adults are gonna like it too.
And it'll be nice too. Obviously I know that's going to be months off, but when the other park is, some work has begun there with equipment and maybe relocating some of the good equipment to this park. It's going to be really nice.
Barbara, is that matching grant? Is there I don't know if you know this yet or not. Is that got a time limit on it so that if it expires in a year and because it's for 125, that's the maximum that they will match from that they'll give us is the 125. But say we only come up with, I don't know, 100,000 or 75,000. Can that be, is that done after like say a year, or can it be like over 2 years time or whatever?
I think there is a time limit on it. From what I can hear from Jared from the PAT office, The way he explained it is that it will be reimbursed for our purchases, whatever we spend out, then we would turn in the receipts, we would get reimbursed for that part. So it's like, it's a matching grant. What we spend, we'll get back.
Right.
And also we asked about having to spend the whole amount. He said no, that he did not think that we would have to do that. So he will be staying in touch with us from time to time. And I feel like in the next couple of weeks, we'll get some guidance on that as well.
Well, and does it have to be absolutely spent at Glen Park? Or it does, doesn't
I
it?
think so. I think that
Okay.
was the proposal that we set up with him.
Yeah. Okay.
And this was a year ago.
Yeah.
Do any of you have any thoughts on reopening, or do you just want to?
I'm fine with it reopening.
Me too.
Me too. Are we going to, because that room is so small, are we going to have a limit as to how many people can get in there? Or are we following the protocol of the 3 feet apart? And if we are, how do we handle as councilmen? We are shoulder to shoulder. And like for me, I've had both my shots. So, that's pretty good. But if somebody else hasn't, if we don't have masks on, then we're putting somebody else in danger. Just saying. As far as, I think if we follow the protocol of masking and all of that, I think it's a good idea.
We will probably space the chairs out for each meeting and have mandatory mask wearing. I don't know, Jay, I was talking to you about this today. Is there going to be, I think you're muted.
Yeah, so I think there's a couple ways you can do this. I mean, in terms of, at least at the moment, from a liability perspective, I would certainly recommend that if the council is going to resume in-person meetings at City Hall, you implement mandatory mask policy and social distancing. I hate to be the buzzkill in the room, but that's I think that's probably smart for now. As far as in-person attendance, I think you can do this one of two ways. You can limit in-person attendance and first come, first serve, but everybody's got to wear a mask and be socially distanced. Or I think the other option would be the Open Meetings Act basically mandates that you just basically have transparency through observation effectively. There's really not we give public comment. We used to have meetings in person. We'd always have a public comment section. That's always been done as a courtesy. There's actually not a right for the members of the general public to speak at a city council meeting. So one thing that we've done in terms of this Zoom format is we've given a YouTube link so that members of the general public can observe meetings. So the other thing you could do is have your meetings at City Hall, but continue to broadcast those meetings via Zoom. And that's the public's methodology for viewing, certainly. So, I mean, again, I think that's what you could try to do. And again, if you open it up and say, well, we're going to have limited capacity, go ahead and stream it via YouTube anyway. So I think, if you want to open it up, I think everybody observe social distancing, mask wearing, and either limited capacity for the general public with a YouTube feed, or just basically say, we're going to be in person here, but there's going to be a YouTube feed, and that's how you can, observe the meetings. Now, that may be kind of a hybrid model. I'd have to go back and look at the Attorney General's opinion from last year about how this Zoom stuff worked. So before I tell you I'm going to commit to say that's 100% correct, I want to at least go back and look at the AG's opinion, because this has kind of been a brave new world where we've been holding these meetings via Zoom. The important thing, though, through all of that was, okay, if we're going to have a Zoom meeting, the public still has an opportunity to observe somehow. And so I think that's where your YouTube came in. I just want to make sure that if we have a meeting in person, that there's no requirement that we open it up to people being there in person. And if so, can you limit capacity, that sort of thing. So for our
I'm wondering if we could do one person per household.
that could still be problematic, in a sense, because
Right.
you may, so your point is very well taken in terms of the size of City Hall. But I almost feel like you would not be running afoul of the Open Meetings Act if you said, okay, the primary location of the meeting is going to be City Hall, but we're going to open this up for members of the general public to view it via YouTube so as to avoid a crowd issue or capacity issue. But I just want to make sure that doesn't run afoul of the Open Meetings Act. So that's something we'll take a look at.
Well, and I thought about, I don't have a problem, as you all know, talking loud. And I know that everybody else here can too. If there were too many people that showed up, could we have the door open, but the overflow people be outside? Because there is a better, when you have good ventilation, we don't have to then be quite so careful about the distancing and all of that. I don't know if that would, when you say a room, if the door is open, is that still okay?
Somebody call Andy. I ask Andy. I hear what you're saying on that. I think.
And if the weather's good, if the weather was good and we had a very large amount of, let's say we've had some pretty good crowds in that little room. If a lot of people showed up, could we do it outside if the weather was permitted?
It's not a bad idea. Have a tent meeting out there.
Yeah. Well, we've got the concrete thingamajiggy where they hold,
Pavilion.
Yeah, the pavilion. Thank you. My mind went blank.
I would not anticipate. The only times that we've been really crowded is when there have been issues that have been of fairly significant interest to the community. And, unless we know of anything that's going to be on the agenda like that, I think we would be fine just doing it there. And I don't know if it's possible that, you limit the number, require mask, and overflow be through YouTube or something like that, if that's the way it was publicized.
I think that would probably be okay. I don't think that would run afoul of anything if you wanted to kind of do it that way. Because everybody's kind of dealing with this. There's kind of a push. I don't know if everybody's kind of seen this. There's been kind of a push, certainly within the city of Paducah, for boards and commissions and everything to kind of go back to in-person meetings. So I think you're going to see more and more of this, where you have people kind of resuming to some sort of a hybrid type meeting, where you have, in person to some extent, and then, overflow folks, you're going to have to watch it via YouTube, So I think you'll probably start to see that. I just want to make sure that doesn't, I'll double check on that tomorrow, make sure that doesn't run afoul of Open Meetings Act and the Attorney General's opinion that came out last year on holding these meetings during the midst of the pandemic.
Okay. Maybe we can make a decision after we know more.
Yes, ma'am.
Hear more from you. Okay. Before we adjourn, Sheriff, is there anything else you wanted to discuss? Do you have anything else for us?
The only thing that I don't know if I announced last week, but fiscal court did approve. Fiscal court did approve my recommendation to surplus some equipment to the city of Kuttawa. So you all will be getting a multi-ton vehicle that you can use, similar that the county is using now to scrape the roads off during snow events. And you'll just have to purchase the snowplow for that truck, but it's a LMTV, military surplus vehicle. You're actually probably getting the better one with more horsepower than the one the county has. You're also going to be getting a John Deere Gator that we're surplusing to you, that you can use for street department, parks, whatever you need to do. And we'll probably be getting you that vehicle later this week. And then once the title paperwork comes in on the truck, we can get that transferred over to you as well.
Okay. Do we need to pay any type of licensing fees or anything?
You may have about an $18 fee at the county clerk's office before it's over with, but the truck will be in running order and good shape, and just hope that you all can put it to good use.
Okay. Well, we thank you so much.
Very
Thank
welcome.
Thank you, Brent.
Thank you all. You all been good to us, and we just wanted to repay that favor, and we had the ability to get it surplused out to you. Our primary use in that vehicle is gone for now, and so we just think you all would probably have a better use for it than us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. If there's nothing further, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Mayor, I hear a dinner bell ringing in the distance, and I make a motion that we adjourn.
Sounds good. Okay, a motion's been made. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, motion made and seconded. Savannah, we need a roll call, please.
Kim,
Aye.
Paige,
Aye.
Michael,
Aye.
Tom,
Aye.
Sandy.
Hey.
All right.
Okay, the ayes have it then. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Adjourned.
Thanks, Doug.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks. Bye-bye.